Alright, so here we are with Jordan and Jenna, also known as Stoked for Saturday. All of our videos that we did here happened because of these guys in Tourism New Zealand, but these guys are the backbones and the people that actually push to make it happen. So I want to share that process as far as what it takes to make these videos happen, so you guys get an idea as far as what actually goes into this. Randomly, we released our Sea Breacher video, and Jordan just happens to comment from their YouTube channel, Stoked for Saturday, saying, hey, we just did a video. So I click on it and I go to their channel and I notice that they're in New Zealand and they're shooting all these amazing videos in New Zealand. I'm like, these guys are amazing. Right after that, I commented saying, hey, we're coming to New Zealand in 3 or 4 months from now, when I actually didn't have a game plan. I just knew I wanted to come. And then Jordan sends me an email, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened. We saw you commented you're going to be coming to New Zealand, so I emailed you and said, if you're coming, then we'd love to help out and be part of it.
And then after that, I responded back saying, yes, let's work together.
It was a pretty cool feeling because we went from just being a fan to all of a sudden being involved and making it happen. It then turned into a monumental planning task, which was exciting, but also daunting at the same time. After that, it was a matter of going back and forth and figuring out of all the stuff in New Zealand to do, what would make the best SuperTramp video. And we had a lot of conversations going back and forth, figuring out what should we do, will it fit, can we make an epic video out of it. We went back and forth until we kind of landed on 14 videos that we thought would be amazingly epic.
Their channel, Stoked for Saturday, has all these amazing videos all over New Zealand, so that was kind of our inspiration, where we'd go through their videos, and Jordan knew kind of what we were looking for with our channel, so he's like, I think this would be good, and then I was saying, I think this would be good, from what they were already doing. So these guys are like the go-to people for New Zealand, but that's not just what your channel is about. Like, what is your channel all about, so people know?
Well, we work 40 hours a week, like a lot of people, but when we have free time in the evenings and weekends, we like to hit it really hard. Go out and do a lot of crazy adventure stuff and things in the outdoors. So being Stoked for Saturday is all about making the most of your free time.
I love the idea of 14 videos in 14 days because that just doesn't seem possible. But once we knew we were gonna do that, funding always becomes a big issue, as far as we don't have any sponsors or anything, so how are we gonna pull that off? So Jordan and Jenna, because they're based here in New Zealand right now, they had all these amazing contacts because they'd already been working with so many different people.
For Tourism New Zealand, we approached them and said, we've got an amazing opportunity, DEVINSUPERTRAMP wants to come here, and we'd love to have you guys involved. And that got a conversation started with them, and they seemed interested, so we then involved Devin and Carter, and we had that conversation and worked out a plan that would work for Tourism New Zealand. The key was actually all the little things. It's the little things like having a truck ride at 5:30 in the morning to get to the sandboard location, making sure we have the fast sandboards and not the slow sandboards, making sure that operators would open early, give us special filming carts.
For you guys asking, how can I make something like that happen? Know that you can't just go in it with 1 or 2 subscribers, that you do need to have a backing. But once you build that backing and you're willing to prove yourself, then these brands, they see that and they're willing to work with you a lot easier. So it does take time. Don't feel discouraged if you're like, I want to work with Tourism New Zealand or these other people. What were the biggest surprises for you guys working with us and seeing what was the actual reality of it compared to what's shown on behind the scenes?
It's incredible the passion you guys have. I mean, you guys go from sun up to sundown, just completely focused on getting all the shots you need, making an epic video. And yeah, you know, a little surprised with the lack of sleep you guys get, lack of eating. You know, it's usually pretty rushed at 10 o'clock trying to find somewhere to feed us.
Yeah, it's definitely not about just grabbing a couple GoPros and running up there. It's about carrying a drone up a giant sand dune. It's about carrying suitcases upon suitcases full of batteries all over the place. It's about carrying generators from location to location and trying to have the batteries continually charging because they die so quickly. One of the difficult things that a lot of people don't think about is when you're flying a drone, you have to think about where you're flying it. So we actually had to figure out which sites were in controlled airspace and contact the airport authority and get approval to fly before we launched and tell them when we were done. And that was a whole process on its own, but that's something to think about when you're flying your drone. It's a giant, complicated effort with everybody involved. And that was the biggest learning for us, is that it really takes a team. These videos are almost impossible to make as an individual. You really need people around you to help you and make it happen. And TEAMSUPERTRAMP does a pretty awesome job of doing that.
So obviously we have Tourism New Zealand, and just so you kind of know their role with it, as they're helping sponsor the flights, they're helping get vehicles and other things to what we actually need. And then Jordan and Jenna kind of take care of all the logistics as far as the groundwork with talking with people and making sure everything works super smooth. I myself, like they were saying, am not going to be able to pull it off of myself. So going into it, we knew that, so we brought all of TEAMSUPERTRAMP, meaning me, Carter, Parker, and Dakota as far as the full-time employees that are based in Utah. So we all flew down here, and then we brought on Chris Newman as the heli pilot, and he got all that amazing aerial stuff that you saw. But we knew that if we were just one team going from one video to another video, we wouldn't be able to pull it off, so we broke off into 2 groups. So I spearheaded group 1, and Parker spearheaded group number 2. So while we were shooting the Zorb video, Parker was out shooting another video. So we're getting twice as much work done, and we wouldn't have been able to do that without that. So Jordan and Jenna, one went with one of the groups, and the other one with the other group, and because they knew New Zealand and how to work with all the operators, they were the one kind of spearheading and overseeing all that kind of stuff. Now let me see the camera for a second. Now watch this. Now this is Carter. Wave Carter.
What's up, guys? My biggest role was just kind of being the TEAMSUPERTRAMP producer. So this project, I mean, just to produce one video is a month-long process. There's so much that goes into it. And then we had to produce 14 videos. So it really took three producers to do it. Jenna and Jordan, they were our New Zealand producers, as we always referred to them, and I kind of handled everything on our end so that they knew what we wanted. I mean, they could get the operators for us, they could line everything up as far as rides and all the logistics, but I kind of had to be the creative producer because I guess we need certain elements to make an awesome video to just take it to that next SuperTramp level, as we like to call it, and I guess I was in charge of making that happen, whether that was getting fans there or making sure that we were going to have the access that we needed. I mean, a lot of videos we did, like bungee jumping, they don't just let you go out on the platform and film, and so we had to make sure that they were going to give us harnesses, let us out there, and just really get all the shots we needed. I already knew that these guys were putting so much work into it because it was my full-time job. They have their own full-time job, and yet we were on Skype for hours at a time. I mean, we were best friends before we got here because we had nightly phone calls about just, I mean, 14 videos is a massive project to take on, and these guys did an amazing job. Not only did they do an awesome job producing and starring in a lot of our videos, but they were our chauffeurs. And I mean, we would be so exhausted after filming, we would get into the car and we would start dumping footage and organizing stuff, and then we'd crash. And these guys were awesome enough that they would drive through the night. I mean, we were up with Jordan, we wouldn't get into the hotel till 3 or 4, then we're up at 5:30 for sunrise shots at Hobbiton the next day. I mean, that made our job 100 times easier.
I think this is probably the highlight of TEAMSUPERTRAMP with the projects that we've done as far as how well it was organized, what we were able to pull off. I mean, we've never done that many videos in 2 weeks. The most we've ever done, I think, off the top of my head, is 3 videos over 10 days. So 13, 14 videos in 2 weeks in a foreign country is a lot. So going back to Stoked for Saturday, they have a YouTube channel that's absolutely phenomenal. Anything adventure, anything New Zealand or traveling the world. I mean, they're gonna start traveling the world and doing this and that. You guys need to check them out and subscribe to their channel right now. Check them out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'll have links below in the description, but support them, subscribe to their channel, watch their videos, and I strongly 100% say do it because their stuff is amazing. And also the other thing is you'll get a whole new inside look as far as the other locations we did. They did videos as well, so we'll have links to that as well, so check that out.
We pour a lot of effort into our videos of our adventures.
And we do have a website where we post a whole bunch of blogs all about our experience from moving from Canada to New Zealand and all of our experiences.
So our channel started when we decided to quit our jobs and sell everything we owned in Canada and move to New Zealand without having been here before or really knowing anybody in the country or really that much about New Zealand, to be honest. It just seemed like a cool adventure. We bought a DSLR and started filming our experiences, and that's how our channel started off. We've got a bunch of episodes that document us leaving Canada, getting to New Zealand, and ever since then it's been a whole bunch of cool videos of crazy stuff that we've done since we've been here. It's been incredible.
The reason why it was valued to us before we actually became friends was because they had this amazing service that they could offer, so it was a win for us, and we want to repay that favor, so we want you guys to check out their channel.
So the best part of this project for us was the fact that we are huge DEVINSUPERTRAMP fans, always have been. Just like a lot of you, we've probably watched every single video of his and all the behind the scenes, and it was just cool to go from being a fan to meeting the guys, being involved, and trying to make sure that the videos they made here were absolutely the best they could possibly be to show New Zealand in the best light possible, because we love New Zealand, we love making videos about New Zealand, and we love sharing them with the world. So it was a pretty incredible experience.
Bring it in. Group hug.
Group hug.
Parker! Come here and put a shirt on!
It helps push me because I've been working with Devin for 2 years and he's kind of taught me the ropes of what he does. And I got to a point where I wanted to push myself further and said, hey Devin, give me some opportunities to kind of take the lead and let me do some directing and some taking charge of the creative process on my own. And so with this New Zealand trip, it was the first time when we split up completely in groups, and me and Devin didn't work together on any projects. And it was kind of sad because, you know, me and Devin didn't really get to see each other for 2 weeks, even though we were in the same country the whole time. But it was also really cool for me and rewarding and fulfilling for me to be able to grow and to expand my talents as a filmmaker, and to be able to be put in situations where I'm in charge and I'm the one who has to make the decisions and the pressure's on me. So
Chris is the best RC heli pilot that I know personally, and perhaps in the world. Is that fair to say?
I don't want to say that.
He won't say that, but we feel super lucky and privileged, and we're always pushing him and he's always pushing us as far as getting the shots. And you always know our motto, it's all about the shot. We're always trying to get those shots super low to the water, super high up. I mean, one point we flew 600 feet up in the air over a waterfall. The highest he's ever flown is what, how high? 450?
Yeah, around there.
If that. Yeah. So he could hardly even see it. So Chris is willing to push it while also being smart about it. He built the drone that we actually used for the whole shoot. And we just wanted to show New Zealand in a way that had never been captured before. There's tons of amazing heli stuff with actual full-size helis, but not things with drones where you can go super low to the ground. So Chris was able to pull that off with his talent. So super thanks to him. Check out his YouTube channel, his Instagram, and have all that below in the description as well. So these guys are brothers, if you can tell. They're both half Asian.
It was really awesome being able to just kind of fill the different roles that Devin needed. I mean, I did everything from mostly behind the scenes to aerials to second camera, just kind of whatever Devin needed. Or Parker, yeah, so I traveled with both of them. So wherever I wasn't, Carter was with the other one, so Parker and Devin each had their teams.
Louis, we picked him up from the road. He's a vlogger, a world-renowned vlogger, one of the best actually.
I've been vlogging on YouTube a couple of years, kind of traveling, documenting every single day. But before I even started, I've been watching Devin's videos and been a massive fan. And I think we'd met a couple of times, and then last year we were on a trip together in Turkey, and we got chatting, and he invited me to come out to New Zealand with everyone.
So you guys need to check out Louis' channel as well, because he documents Monday through Saturday. So the whole trip he documented from his perspective, and he was with us the entire time. So check out his stuff as well, because it's phenomenal, and he just vlogs all around the world. I mean, you've pretty much seen everything, right?
I'm getting there, yeah. This trip was one of the best though, I've got to say.
Was it?
Yes.
That's the thing that I love about YouTubers and the whole network of YouTubers is there's no egos, we're all in it together, we're all here to help each other out, we're all here to collaborate. But these guys are the hardest workers that I know and get to work with. And we feel so lucky to get to work with those guys. And other YouTubers that we met, it's the same story, like Shay Carl and all these other amazing people. They're just so hardworking, they're not in it for themselves, they care about you guys, and they're putting out content because they care about that. So thanks for supporting Stoked for Saturday, Louis, check out their channels. These are the people that made New Zealand happen without Tourism New Zealand. So everybody, frame up. Family photo. Everyone serious? Be like Parker and Flex. Okay, now be happy.
Ow. Tourism New Zealand just gave us opportunities we wouldn't have otherwise had, like Hobbiton.
Heli riding with bikes.
Hobbiton movie set was a big one. We wouldn't have been able to film there. They took us there like 5 in the morning when no one was even there and let us
all
fly.
Access.
Let us fly helis, let us do whatever we wanted. It was our playground for a few hours.
So I actually went to school for filmmaking. I actually dropped out last year. And everyone else that I work with, they actually never went to school for filmmaking. So they've kind of had to learn it really fast. The whole idea though is we love working with people who are passionate about it, and they don't have to come in knowing all the technical sides of the actual camera and stuff. So that's kind of what happened on this shoot is we got here, and right away from day one we handed Jordan the red camera. So Jordan, just tell us your experience with that whole thing once we started filming. And we didn't have enough camera guys because there's only 2 of us on that shoot, or 3 of us on that shoot. We were using Jordan and Jenna for most of the behind the scenes videos, and a lot of times they're also operating the second camera. So Jordan, what did you think?
So that wasn't something we were planning on. We were just thinking that we were going to be here to organize everything and making it all happen. But from day one, I was handed the behind the scenes camera and was running around filming a lot of the behind the scenes. And then Devin threw the red my way and said, I need you to capture this, and gave me the quick 2-second tutorial on the red. And then shortly after that, they were filming other stuff, so they asked me to fly the camera on the heli. So right away in day one, I was thrown into the fire. I had to do the heli, use the red, and film behind the scenes. It was pretty cool.
Thanks for supporting us. We love you guys. And because of you guys, we can keep on doing it. So wait till the next project. Over and out.